Hi. Hello. Hello. All right, this is a little out of the ordinary. I don't haven't been doing lives lately. If you are watching the replay, welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm going to keep this one really short because I'm going to head over to Instagram and do the same live here pretty soon, just after I'm finished with this one. So I'm going to keep this one to 15 minutes. So let me know if you guys have any questions. This is an AMA, which means ask me anything. So if you have any questions, literally about anything, or specifically eat to live, weight loss, healthy eating, how to transition into healthy eating, anything like that, let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. I'm going to go over to um, there was a post here that had some questions on it, and I'm just going to go through some of these if no one asks any live questions. Oh, and then I also have to set my timer because I'm terrible at sticking to a time. So, yeah, okay. Let me find some questions here. So I did an AMA and Ask Me Anything session in the Eat to Live family yesterday too, and that was super fun. Um, we had some good questions. I'll try to remember some of those too. And shoot, where did this post go? I can't find the other one that was there, but okay, so here's one question, which came from Barbara Campbell. And she said, what's your educational background? Anything post high school, basically nutritarian style? She says, I'm asking because I think you're so knowledgeable and I'm curious about your journey. So I will tell you my background. I went to college at NYU. I got a very useful art history degree at NYU. I don't know why my camera looks a little bit fuzzy. I'll try to fix that for next time, but very useful art history degree at NYU, as well as a minor in French studies. And I use neither of those nowadays. I started to do marketing for regular jobs out of college. So that's kind of what I went into. And until I found video editing and YouTube and things like that back in like 2008. And I was just enamored with all that. So I decided to start my own website. And that's when I found Eat to Live. So found Eat to Live, loved it. And I knew I wanted to make my whole business about that. So I did. And then I ended up getting certified in plant-based nutrition from Cornell University. And after that, I got certified as a life coach from the Life Coach School. So those are my two certifications, and I put those together into the coaching and everything that we do in the Eat to Live family, as well as just some serious home study on Eat to Live. I've read all the books several times. I actually bought the certification course for the Nutritarian for Dr. Furman, but I haven't taken it yet because I, went and had twins and cancer and all that. So did that first. Okay, let's see. Kraken asked, do you know anything about alkaline vegan eating? No, that's not really what we follow here. We follow more the Eat to Live lifestyle. Much of the foods that we eat are alkaline, but I don't really personally don't subscribe to the alkaline thing, so I'm not a good source for that. Susan says, should mushrooms only be cooked? Do you cook a bunch and have in fridge for salads, etc.? There's lots of different ways to do this, and that's exactly what I do. I will cook a bunch. Like yesterday, I had 16 ounces of the button mushrooms, the cremini ones, which are the baby portobellas, and I sliced those up, cooked them down, just water saute. Only I never use water with mushrooms because they give off so much water themselves. If you put them on medium to medium high heat and just let them cook, stir them around a little bit, they will give off so much water. And then give them 5-10 minutes, and when they're done, I just put them in a glass bowl in my fridge. And I like to eat them while I'm prepping my salad. I don't generally like to put them in salads, but I will just snack on a few. And just so you know, you don't have to eat a ton of mushrooms to get the benefits. It's really only the size of your thumb. Don't eat your thumb, but the size of your thumb in mushrooms that you might want to be trying to get every day for those anti-cancer benefits and the immunity benefits. Is it bad? No, I don't think it's bad. We're referring to the alkaline thing. It's just that I don't subscribe to that. I just use the Eat to Live diet, and I don't have any knowledge about the alkaline thing. Okay, Kathy says, what's a good substitute when I want a salty snack? And obviously chips, pretzels are off the table. Yeah, that's a great question, Kathy. Any question goes. This is an AMA, so you can literally ask me anything. A good substitute. I'm gonna get a little coachy on you on this one for you. There are lots of substitutes that you could use, but actually, the solution to wanting salty snacks and chips and things to kind of, as like a little bit of an addiction, we kind of want something to have that mouth feel and that sort of a thing for the comfort or whatever. A lot of the times it's because there's some emotional stuff in there that we aren't really dealing with, or we're not really too we're relying on food to entertain us in a way. And so, actually, one of the best things that we can do is learn to what we call allow urges, which is have an urge for that kind of food and not eat the food. I'm not talking about white knuckling, I'm talking about having the urge, like allowing that uncomfortable feeling to be there, acknowledging it, naming it, thinking about it, letting it sink into your body, that sort of a thing. And you would be surprised at how quickly those actual cravings and desires for those foods will dissipate if we can use this kind of allowing those cravings to be there. And so that's what we teach in all my programs in the Eat to Live family, the Eat to Live Accelerator is the stuff about how to allow. It's one of the main things that we teach. And then why? It's not white knuckling, because what ends up happening is once we get really good at this, the brain stops serving cravings in the way that it used to. It removes cravings. It starts to calm them down, cool them off. And then at one point, you don't have those crazy cravings anymore. Okay. So something to look into there. You're welcome, Susan. Jess says, I miss your vlogs. Will I have any new ones posted in the family anytime soon? Yes, I will. Thank you for asking that, Jess. I'm about 4 months behind, I think, but just FYI, there hasn't been a ton of things to update, and that's why I haven't really put effort into that. There's some videos, but maybe just a couple videos each month from the last couple months. So we'll put them up really soon, and you'll kind of see where I'm going. But I've been pretty stagnant with my weight loss too, but this month seems to be having some movement happening. So I'll be posting those really soon, Jess. She's referring to the weight loss vlogs that I have in the Eat to Live family that are available in the family for anyone who's in there. There's hundreds of vlogs that have explained exactly how I've lost the weight after this last pregnancy that I had. Kraken asked, do you think the Furman's multivitamin, I'm not sure what can constitution mean, but do you mean constipate? I'm not sure. I take that multivitamin and have, only good results with it. I really like it. Good, Jess. I'm looking forward to showing them to you. Okay, so yeah, you must have been talking about constipation then. You had the best movement on this nutritarian way of eating, but noticed 3 months ago after COVID, I started getting super unregular. I'm not sure about that. It would be obviously hard to diagnose that just based on a Facebook Live, but what I would suggest is a few things. Drink a good amount of water, not a ton, a good amount of water. Make sure you're getting really good greens, lots of greens in your diet, and make sure you chew really well too. Okay. Let's see what else. Those are all the questions so far. Anyone else, feel free to ask me another question. I have another 7.5 minutes. I'm going to go back to the other questions that I had on this post. Yeah, so that's my educational background. Then let's see. Jackie says, may I ask what remedy of Dr. Furman did you take to bring your cholesterol, you say gene down. You say it would be great to know. I'm not sure what you mean by gene, but to bring my cholesterol, maybe you mean numbers or something like that, but to bring my cholesterol down. So yes, I had high cholesterol after the birth of my twins. And what I did was pretty basic. I just followed the Eat to Live lifestyle. I also took AMLA for a little while. That's AMLA. It's a supplement that is supposed to help with cholesterol. And I took that for a bit. I heard about that supplement from Dr. Greger. So I trust that idea because I trust Dr. Greger. But the one thing I did notice when I was reading up on it is to get the extract, not just like AMLA pills or whatever, but get AMLA extract pills because that's going to be a lot higher concentration of AMLA. AMLA is Indian gooseberries. So it's like I don't know if they dehydrate it or freeze dry it or whatever, and then turn it into a supplement. So I was taking that for a little while. I don't take it anymore. And I haven't gotten my blood checked in a while, but I did have my blood drawn yesterday. at the cancer place, I don't know if they checked for any of that stuff, but my blood markers were really good as far as that stuff goes. But yeah, so I followed the regular nutritarian diet, and then I took AMLA at the time, and I think it's Jocelyn, it's not goji berries, it's gooseberries. So one of those berries, right? Um, Nora, hello, my dear. I'm so happy to see you. Okay, let's see. There was one other question in here. Um, so Renee Bowers asks, what do you make to bring to events that's a hit with people who don't eat nutritarian? I want to make this lifestyle change without all the raised eyebrows and would love to bring a dish that's popular with everyone. Please and thank you. Renee, such a good question. So I got a couple answers here, and I can't help but give a mindset answer too, okay? But I'm going to start with number one, just some ideas for things that you can bring to a party or something that would be a hit. Desserts are always a hit, right? So people get very surprised when they're having a nutritarian dessert that's sweetened with dates and has a lot of nuts and seeds in it. Like, for instance, I have on my website, it's these little walnut date balls, and they've got cocoa powder in them. I forget what I call them, chocolate something. Chocolate walnut. I don't know. They're basically a bunch of dates, a bunch of walnuts, kind of like equal parts, and then cocoa powder, and you just put them in the food processor. And if you get the ratio right, it'll clump together like as if you were making meatballs or something. And you can make little balls like this, like little energy balls. Everybody loves those. You can never go wrong with something like that. That's such a good way to introduce people to the idea. Typically, when we're doing more of a entree or a salad, salads can go over really well. You can make those taste fantastic, obviously. Um, and you would want to add some type of a creamy dressing, probably like a cashew based dressing, or some type of a nut based dressing, so that it has some good body. Lots of different vegetables in there, some chickpeas, peppers, right, lettuce, all that. Usually like a Mediterranean salad will go over really well too, but you would just want to get out that salt and oil. And then entrees tend to be a little bit tougher just because of the lack of salt and oil, but I will recommend the eggplant roll-ups, which are also on my website. It's a Dr. Furman recipe. You can't really go wrong if it has a tomato sauce in it, because tomato sauce has a lot of natural occurring sodium. So it tends to taste really good to standard American diet eaters as well. Or any type of I would say like a lasagna, if it's a veggie based lasagna, or even with like maybe some gluten free noodles, or using, zucchini as noodles, stuff like that. But with a tomato based sauce is a really good way to trick those standard American diet eaters. The other answer that I want to give you is this idea about worrying what other people think. Okay, so I'm going to get a little coachy here for just a second. You said without all the raised eyebrows. Okay, so yeah, we can certainly wow people with the nutritarian diet with certain meals, but this lifestyle, no salt, no oil, no sugar, it's definitely something that's going to raise eyebrows. But I just want to maybe flip your thinking about raised eyebrows a little bit, and say that perhaps raised eyebrows is what actually creates the most change in the world, right? So perhaps raised eyebrows of people going like, how could she eat like that, or whatever, right? Those questions, that them being curious and wanting to ask you your opinion and all that, perhaps that's the best way to get other people interested over time. And I'll tell you, like in my family, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, and now nobody asks me about it. Like, it used to be every single family gathering, there was a lot of talk about it, whatever, but now no one asks me about it, because it's just how Cher eats, right? Like, they know they got to make some kind of salad for me if they're having a big thing, or they know I'll bring my own salad, and just nobody cares about it. It's just a fact now, right? So let me just propose that in the beginning here, when we're starting out, the first 5 years, I'd say, there are raised eyebrows naturally, because anybody that kind of goes out of the tribe a bit and tries something new, that's going to raise some eyebrows. But if we can have inner peace no matter what, and that you could get coached on, right? That's how I coach. That's what we usually coach on, is how to actually do this kind of thing without feeling like, how do you change your feelings inside, right? You don't, it's a choice for that to be uncomfortable for you, right? And so check out the kind of stuff that we talk about more in the Eat to Live family or in my coaching. And I'm going to continue to try to do these lives each week. And if it's not me, it's going to be my other coaches, Coach Nancy or Coach Lydia. We're going to try to do lives every week now. So make sure you show up, keep asking questions, and we can also do a little bit of coaching as well. Okay. Yeah, truffles, Kathy. It's kind of like truffles. You could say it that way for sure. And Kathy says, even though I still haven't gone 100% close and getting closer, but I have brought my cholesterol down just by diet. That's wonderful. That's so good to hear. Hey, Siobhan. Happy to see you. Hello. Yes, Free Spirit. The recipe is so good. Both of those recipes, the little truffle things, and then also the eggplant roll-ups. They're so delicious. You'll find them on my website, thewateringmouth.com. Okay, let's see how much time we have left. Ooh, 10 seconds. That means I got to go. I'm going to head over to Instagram right now. So if you guys want to do this with me on Instagram too, I'm going to head over there now and do another 15. Oops, there it is. That's my timer, guys. I got to go. I'm going to do another 15-minute video on Instagram right now. So if you want to catch me over there, I'm going to do the same thing. And that's all I have for today. Come back next week. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be the same exact time, but look for our little announcement. I think I'm going to try to do it the same time next week. And then we'll just keep trying to do this once a week. Okay. So thank you so much. Hey, Debbie in the Eat to Live family. So happy to see you all. My love to you, and I'll see you soon. Okay. Hope to see you on Instagram.